Cunningham took a jab at Caitlin Clark's newest WNBA foes by signing a Jacy Sheldon trading card with a rather humorous message written across the fans' collectible.
After that nasty shot on Caitlin Clark, Sophie Cunningham put Jacy Sheldon in her proper place and transformed the WNBA into her own private fight club experience. She did it outside of the courtroom as well. Oh no, she made sure that everyone was aware of it. I would like to know if you find Sophie's energy appealing or if it is a bit too much. This is the problem. You have two options when a superstar like Caitlin Clark is on your squad. Either defend her or watch helplessly as the league makes fun of her. Clearly, Sophie Cunningham chose option number one. Additionally, she always does it in a way that makes her admirers like her. That's all. Related to that game. In that same occasion, Marina Berry decided to rush straight by Clark after the whistle since she was trying out for the NFL. Jacy Sheldon's actions before Tomei's hit have supporters calling for her to be placed in the WNBA penalty box. If only it were the case. Take note of Caitlin Clark's efforts to create space. Because Sheldon was already known for being far too at ease using violence toward Clark, they felt that his shot was unjustified. She looked as if someone had just struck her in the head. You should reconsider if you assumed Sophie Cunningham would miss that. Later in the game, Cunningham made the decision to handle things herself. By letting Sheldon know, she basically gave Caitlin Clark a taste of her own medicine by pointing out that pursuing her has repercussions and that she wasn't confined to the court. Let's fast forward to a fan event for Fever. Like any other player, Sophie is sitting there taking pictures, signing autographs, enjoying music, and engaging with fans. She receives a Jacy Sheldon rookie card from a fan, who requests that she sign it with more than just her name. Oh no, they asked her to sign it.
When you get Sophie Cunningham to sign a Jacy Sheldon rookie card with property of, that is crazy. That is crazy.
It's more than just a signature. Sophie writes property of Sophie Cunningham on the card after picking up a pen. Across the front, there is a statement. In essence, it says, "Yeah, I own this matchup. Jacy Sheldon won't pursue my colleague again since I own this moment."
See, she's the problem. She is the problem.
Pure gold. One of her teammates, Lexi Hall, is laughing among the spectators beside her. It's the kind of moment you don't have until you have players who are both really competitive and entertaining. At this point, things get even better. Cunningham made no attempt to walk it back. She refrained from saying, "Oh, I was only joking." No, she leaned right into it. You want your enforcer to be just as passionate as Sophie Cunningham, who is unquestionably the enforcer of the Fever. All of the outstanding teams have now won. Some hockey players' only responsibility was to ensure that Wayne Gretzky was never touched without payment. NBA stars such as Michael Kobe and Jordan. If you were Bryant's teammates, if you pushed too hard, they would get in your face. In addition, Sophie Cunningham is a WNBA player for Caitlin Clark. It's amusing that Sophie is more than simply a bench player who takes serious fouls to make a statement. In reality, she is generating. She has been unstoppable since the All-Star break and is a legitimate three-point shooter and starter. While the rest of the Fever could as well have stayed at home, she scored 18 points against the Mercury.
Has been Caitlin Clark's biggest cheerleader and defender.
And it literally pisses me off when people are like, she's not the face of the league.
Who would be?
What? When people try to argue that she's not the face of our league,
Yeah.
or if our league would be where we're at without her, you're dumb as
Yeah.
You're literally dumb as
The sad truth about this video we just watched is she is the first WNBA player I have seen to openly say this out loud, publicly and not be ashamed in declaring it. Caitlin Clark is the reason we have been talking about the WNBA. Hate it or love it, it's true. I don't believe that Caitlin Clark necessarily wants that title that everyone has been giving to her. I think she just wants to be appreciated. And Sophie Cunningham, she just seems like such a real one, such a good friend. I think especially with women, especially elite level athletes, there's a lot of people, women, who will kind of stab you in the back. There's a lot of jealousy, a lot of resentment, especially when you're good. But Sophie just seems like such a girl's girl. I really, really like her. Maybe Caitlin Clark should do the next American Eagle campaign.
However, in addition to providing measurements, she is putting in the effort that no one else appears to be willing to do, demonstrating to opponents that Clark is not working alone. That's important because Clark's participation in the league has made her a target, whether she likes it or not. Kennedy Carter, Diamond Shields, Marina Maberry, and now Jacy Sheldon have all demonstrated it. This Sheldon event is special because Sophie Cunningham made sure there was a reaction and made it loud enough for viewers to hear. The autograph of Sophie Cunningham has become almost a meme. Fans of Clark's Fever adore it. It will appeal to even objective fans who are sick of seeing Clark suffer setbacks. Additionally, it's essential to keep in mind that Jacy Sheldon's WNBA career hasn't exactly been steady thus far. She was selected by the Dallas Wings and exchanged with them a few months later. She is currently a Connecticut Sun member. When she's out there making enemies with one of the most well-known basketball players, that kind of volatility doesn't assist her cause. The story was further cemented by Cunningham's small antics during the fan event. Sheldon's legacy has not been impacted by playmaking, defense, or scoring. It's about pursuing Caitlin Clark as an athlete. Additionally, Sophie Cunningham is the player's current owner. When that video appeared, Fever Nation's collective applause could be heard on social media, particularly for a team that has been under continual media scrutiny. This is the kind of event where music fosters a sense of unity. Cunningham also understands exactly what she is doing. She is assembling her fan network and warning anyone else considering testing Clark by seizing that opportunity.
So tomorrow, you're on the Las Vegas Strip. What can be at Las Vegas expect from yourself?
Oh, you know what? I'm just gonna be me. I don't go in there trying to predetermine anything. I'm dialed in. I need to focus on hitting my shots, making sure I'm executing the schemes right. I'm not focused on the extracurricular activities. And you know what? During that, it was just part of the game. I think the refs had a lot to do with that. It was a build-up for a couple of years now of them just not protecting, the star player of the WNBA. And so at the end of the day, I'm going to protect my teammates. That's what I do. And I'm a team player, so.
As a result, I believe Sophie is currently the second most well-liked member of the Fever team, with Clark being the most popular. She has a personality, is gifted, and doesn't hesitate to use her influence when necessary. Let's be honest before we proceed. If Clark hadn't been targeted the entire season, there wouldn't even be a Sophie versus Jacy scenario. The autograph of Sophie Cunningham is highly pleasant to fans of Fever. This went beyond a mere shove or knee to the groin. Caitlin Clark's coworker finally responded loudly in public to her after a season of non-basketball plays. All year long, we have witnessed it. Kennedy was the movie that generated 1,000 discussion points. Carter's unneeded blindside hit. Diamond Shield's body check appeared to be more of a hockey penalty than a basketball foul. Although she later acknowledged that the whistle shove was an overreaction, Marina Maberry attempted to present it as a typical part of the game. Fever supporters were also impacted by the Sheldon incident since it followed Jacy Sheldon, who in her first year managed to make an increasing number of mistakes against Clark, with an added level of annoyance. The Dallas Wings selected him with the 5th overall pick in the 2024 draft. She was transferred to another squad before she could unpack. She is currently in the news for hitting Clark, according to the Connecticut Sun in ways unrelated to defense. If you want to be considered seriously as a professional player, you shouldn't go down that route. Music. After witnessing all of that, Sophie Cunningham made the decision to ensure that Sheldon's standing as a strong girl was challenged on the court. Sophie has the power to alter the tone of a game with her presence and shooting. You immediately look to see if Clark is on the ground once she is hit, because you can tell that something is going to come back the other way. The only player with a fever is her. As a result, the fan event autograph moment became viral on the internet. It was not merely amusing. It had symbolic meaning. I am in charge of Sophie Cunningham's property enabled this matchup. You'll get in touch with me before you run over my colleague. Sophie isn't merely being critical, either. Considering that during the All-Star break, she has had some of her best career numbers. When the stakes are high, she's one of the few Fever players who regularly scores in double figures and makes threes. The Music Phoenix Mercury game is one instance. Sophie scored 18 points and continued to work hard until the last buzzer, but the Fever as a whole played as though they had left their excitement at home. No hiding, no excuses. Sophie's decision to take up the enforcer role is therefore different. From a musician on the end of the bench, she is contributing, creating, and setting an example for her teammates. The analogy to traditional enforcers is generated at this point. Music, Wayne Gretzky's hockey squad ensured that everyone who interacted with him was held accountable. NBA players like Magic Johnson and Larry Bird's teammates would physically intervene when things became too hot. According to Caitlin Clark, Sophie Cunningham is now a WNBA player. And that's important because, let's be honest, since Clark joined the league, the WNBA has seen higher attendance, TV ratings, and ticket sales than it has in years, but has also led to more physical targeting than other second-year players have ever encountered. Additionally, the Fever gives the wrong impression if players aren't eager to reply. It's fair game, Clark. Sophie is ensuring that the communication is not retained. She also does it in a way that makes her fans laugh. You become a fan favorite when you combine your charisma off the court with your performance on the court. Supporters of Fever and Clark have overwhelmingly responded favorably. Videos of the autograph moment and memes calling Sophie a black belt went viral on social media. Barbie mentioned her martial arts prowess, and fans even proclaimed music that they would purchase goods produced from Sophie Cunningham's belongings. In the meantime, Jacy Sheldon's reputation keeps getting worse. The Clark, when asked about Sophie's rookie season, the typical fan will likely bring up foul, the groin knee, and her current public ownership. That's the kind of information that sticks around, particularly in a field where storytelling is just as important as facts. According to the present plot, Sophie Cunningham isn't scared to confront or inflict retribution on anyone who targets her friend. Interestingly, Sophie's reaction establishes a benchmark for the whole Fever group. What is being said is made evident by the music. You must defend our stars if you wish to be on this team. You don't only observe them being hit. Additionally, you know what? The Fever requires more of it. Caitlin Clark's game is not independent. She needs colleagues who will give her space, absorb the impact, and discourage attackers from abusing her. Sophie Cunningham is the ideal example of that. Unbiased fans who support athletes who defend their peers but may not care about the outcome will also find her music approach appealing. Additionally, their personalities are priceless in a league where popularity is still up for grabs. Let's also discuss how uncommon this type of public jab is in the WNBA. While players frequently act angrily during games, overtly criticizing an opponent at a signing session is uncommon. Right then, Sophie is much more than just keeping Clark safe. She is marketing herself as someone you should avoid. Her black belt Barbie moniker is effective for the same reason. Martial arts training is not the only factor. It calls for a combination of talent, tenacity, and blatant conceit. She has no desire to win over everyone. She wants to be successful and ensure that her teammates can follow in her footsteps without constant harassment. What's going to happen next? You can be certain that this will be a plot point if the Sun and Fever cross paths again this season. Viewers will see Sophie's reaction and Clark's ability to finish the game without any more mishaps thanks to Sheldon's efforts. Sophie's engagement at that point became strategic. The opponent's calculations are altered just by her presence on the court. Taking a cheap shot at a star when you know no one is after you is one thing. It's another when you know that you will regret it in the end because of someone like Sophie Cunningham. Sophie did more than merely correct Jacy Sheldon. She sent a message to the entire league that the Fever had to send months ago, given the way the season has gone. What do you think, then? Was Sophie Cunningham's property moment the ideal means of getting revenge on Jacy Sheldon, or was it merely fanning the flames? Tell me in the comments. Remember to like, subscribe, and ring the bell while you're here.